Deborah Funes is my guest today, and she is an amazing model and actress. It took me a while to get her in my IMB up because the computers, the internet just sucks. But anyway, some of the movies she's been in: Closing Arguments, Hell Glades, Jebediah's Axe, Bikini Swamp Girl Massacre. There's one for you, Dennis. I know you'll be watching that as soon as you can.
How do we
Candles,
find that?
The Enemy, Perimeter, Key Revenge, and Dracula's War. Those are some that are in pre-production and coming around in 2016 and 2017. You Found Me is one of her latest ones. And one thing I can tell you about this lady, first class, just a first-class person, and that's why I wanted to bring her on. And she's fighting a courageous battle right now. So we're going to hear about her career and the battle she is waging right now.
I want to
in
hear
her
about this
personal life.
courageous battle, yes.
Yeah, well, Deborah Funes, please. How are you doing, ma'am?
Hi, Brian. How are you?
I am good. Are you down in Miami?
Yes, it's a very rainy day, so it's perfect for a long interview.
Well, I think first we'll go ahead and talk about your battle with breast cancer and the campaigns that you have, and then we'll go and tell the folks about you continuing to work and what you've got coming up on that horizon as well.
I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and actually I was not diagnosed. They found a lump, and they took me to ultrasound mammogram, and still they wanted to do a hole in the tumor with the biopsy, and I knew that was cancer, so I just didn't let them do the biopsy, and I just ran away from the doctors. I knew that was something really bad because I had so many bad symptoms in my armpit, in my breast, and also in the articulation of my bones. I think I had a spread already in different areas, and I have so much pain. So I decided to reverse the metastasis and shrink the tumor down using natural diets, like the Garçon diet. So I've been fighting with that for 2 years. And some people, even in my family, some people didn't believe that I had cancer until I ended up in the hospital with pneumonia. And because of the pneumonia, they took some fluids from my lungs, and they did the biopsy that way, and they find out the type of cells that I had in my breast. And yeah, it was cancer stage 4. So estrogen positive. So they decide to give me a hormone treatment, which I am doing that right now. But the hormone treatment doesn't cure cancer. They just help the symptoms to go away. In very few cases, the tumor shrink completely down, maybe the 1%, but normally they don't think that it's a cure for breast cancer stage 4. So I am trying to do another therapies that are available in other countries. Even here are some treatments that are very successful. They are expensive, but they're very promising, and they cure cancer that are even worse than mine. So I am ready to take the chance, and I am positive.
And that's very important, I think, is staying positive, especially with the route that you're taking. Dennis and Janice, she is fighting this in a natural way, and she fought it before in a natural way. I had her on the BTS radio show a few years ago, and she had fought it and won, and did it homeopathic, kind of like that route. And she's got a campaign that you can donate to if you want to help, with the expenses that she's going through. And let them know about this, how you're doing this naturally, Deborah.
Well, I have more than 500 hours of research. Obviously, I don't believe everything that I see on the internet, but it's very important to understand that there are many doctors that they've been traditional doctors before, and when they find out that cancer is a problem of the entire body, it's not a tumor, actually. It's like when you have your stomach with some toxins, then you have pimples in your face and you have acne, correct?
Sure.
Means that if you clean your skin with with some products to get rid of the with the skin, ¿cómo se dice? Pimples in the face.
Yeah.
You clean the pimples in the face, but you don't clean your stomach, the pimple gonna come back. The same with cancer.
Yeah.
The same with cancer. You have a tumor because you have some toxins in your body, and if you don't clean your body, the tumor gonna come back and come back and come back in the same area or in another area of your body. So cancer is not a tumor. A tumor is a symptom of cancer, and cancer is a problem in the cells of your body because you have been poisoned by different things.
So you're working with holistic type doctors? Is that how you're approaching this?
Well, I've been doing research with of all type of doctors that they are all over the world, and each one approach cancer in different ways. But these holistic doctors, they normally know that is a toxin in your body that you have to get rid of it. And most of them, yes, they use a special diet. There is a Gerson diet that is very successful. And also they have an institute in Mexico, in Tijuana, and was helping a lot of people with terminal cancer, stage 4. And when I search the internet, of course, I find all type of material, and it's funny when appears someone that is following the traditional medicine, and they say, oh, this person went to this institute with terminal cancer and died because they don't know how to heal people with terminal cancer. And I said, well, the traditional medicine doesn't know how to heal people with terminal cancer either. If they went to an institute of alternative medicine, it's to try and figure out if they can heal that way. In some ways, they really do. And I am positive sure that the best cure that we have of any disease is the immune system. So I don't want to mess up with my immune system. That's why before the hormone treatment, when they wanted to give me chemo for a month until the hormone treatment works, I say, no, I don't want this because it's going to mess my immune system. And my immune system is already very low. It's really, really weak, and I don't want to take a risk.
That had to be
die.
a hard decision to make, to choose to try this route. You know, it just had to be a tough decision, I would think.
It was tough, but I have approval of my parents because my mom, she has breast cancer, and she was under chemo radiation, and she told me, listen, I feel worse with this treatment, and if I keep taking these treatments, I'm going to die. So I am taking another path right now, even if I took already some chemo and radiation and surgery. She say, I am going to die if I keep taking this poison in my body. So she's under diet, and also she took another alternative medicine.
Well, you know, it's tough.
I'm sorry.
It's tough. No matter what you do, it's a tough thing to.
You can hear it in her voice.
Yeah, it's a tough thing to choose to do, no matter which direction you go, whether it's traditional or the alternative. And Brian, we got to go to a break here, so you guys are going to stay with us, right, for the second half of this? Or the
I will. Hopefully Deborah can. She's in there in the rain, so I think she's pretty much trapped. So yeah.
All right.
Let's join us.
All right. So this is What's the Story? I am here with my co-host Dennis Dupro and Brian T. Shirley on the phone with Deborah Funes as well. So stay with us for the next segment.
Are you between 12 and 24 years old and going through a difficult time? It's tough to be young and struggling, but there are plenty of resources for you.
Check out RenoYouthNetwork.com to learn where you can get help finding food, housing, education, jobs, and other services. Reno Youth Network can be used from your phone, computer, or tablet.
RenoYouthNetwork.com, your free online resource guide.
As a small to medium-sized nonprofit organization, do you find that you have a limited amount of time to try and figure out how to do certain tasks? Or make decisions because of your everyday workload? Steve Ricker and Tom Jacobs have experienced the frustration. Your situation is even more difficult when you don't have the funds to hire another staff person or a high-priced consultant to help you find solutions to your daily issues. Together, they have 75 combined years of nonprofit experience, and with expertise in goal setting, strategic planning, staffing, fundraising, accounting, creating collaborations, direct mail, media relations, endowment building, grant writing, plan giving, and much, much more. Understanding that your resources are limited, they offer very competitive rates and can work with you on site or use today's technology and do most of the work by phone, text, or email. If you need assistance, they'd like to speak with you to discuss your future objectives and how their services can help in achieving your goals. Call Tom or Steve at 775-224-7270. That's 224-7270.
What's your sign? Zodiac Sign Company has been providing quality signage to Northern Nevada and beyond since 1999. With over 18 years of experience, they've handled projects of all sizes. Capabilities include production of the smallest decals all the way up to large illuminated monument signs and everything in between. Aaron and his crew strive to provide friendly, prompt, and professional service at a reasonable price. Call 775-324-0799 for your free price quote. Supporting local businesses wherever possible, they ask you to consider doing the same. Visit ZodiacSignCo.com or call 775-324-0799. Zodiac Sign Company is able to handle just about any kind of sign or graphic project you can imagine, from decals, banners, real estate signs, vehicle wraps, illuminated storefront signage, and much more. They enjoy being creative and improvising, so bring them your ideas and they'll make it happen. Visit ZodiacSignCo.com or call 775-324-0799.
Have you been dreaming of owning your own home? For many renters, the inability to save for a down payment keeps them from realizing their dream. I'm Doug Caller of Academy Mortgage and co-host of the All Things Home radio show. As a Nevada Housing Division and Nevada Rural Housing Authority participating lender, Academy has your solution. We offer programs featuring non-repayable grants to assist you with your down payment and closing costs. We will be holding a down payment assistance workshop with CJ Manthe of the Nevada Housing Division at 9 a.m. on Saturday, February 6th at our All Things Home studio in the Reno Town Mall. For more information, call Doug Caller at 775-828-7006. Don't let the lack of a down payment keep you from owning your own home. Academy Mortgage is an equal housing lender, NMLS number 312085, corporate NMLS 3113.
We are back on What's the Story. If you've just tuned in, we've been talking to Brian T. Shirley on his Entertainment Corner, and he's been talking to Deborah Funes. Brian, take it back.
I got to tell you, this is very close to my heart, her battle with cancer, not only because, you know, I have known this lady for a few years now and followed her career, but I was just with my mom, visiting her on my way to the club I did last week. And my mom is a cancer survivor, and we actually talked about Deborah on this because I had just gotten her as a guest. And, yeah, it's just, and you know, Bowie just died of it, and Alan Rickman. I mean, it's just, this was something I wanted to do to help Deborah out because kind of sick of seeing people drop dead. You know,
In a
it's
word.
been pretty bad. But we're going to continue. We're going to let people know about your campaign, Deborah, and you are still working. You just did a movie in North Carolina, so we want to cover that too. But go ahead. Anything else you want the folks to know about how you're putting this battle together for a few minutes, and then we'll cover your career. What's going on there?
Okay. Yeah, I was
Go
shooting
ahead.
a movie at North Carolina last year because I was healing of cancer during 2014, and then in May 2015 I was like feeling better without pain, and the tumor was shrinking down, and I saw the success of the natural approach. And I say, okay, I am ready to shoot a movie. Why not? And I've been doing a lot of photo shoot for different magazines, and I just maybe took it for granted, and I started going out with friends and drink the normal life in South Beach, in Miami Beach. And so when I came back from North Carolina, I've been coughing with allergy. I didn't know if it was asthma or bronchitis. That was the beginning of pneumonia, but I ended up in the hospital with more than a gallon of fluid in my lungs, and
Wow.
that was really hard.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Gee, and you're just getting over that. So, folks, if she seems a little out of breath, it's because she's just getting out of the hospital.
Yeah. I went to the hospital in November and December twice. So means
saw
that
the
I am still
pictures, too.
recovering.
Is
Excuse
that
me?
when you? So those pictures that I saw were from this past November, December, the Facebook of you in the hospital bed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that are from
Yeah.
November and December when I've been with pneumonia. But every day I feel better. Some days are better than others, but
How do
I
they
am
how do
breathing
they
better.
find your GoFundMe site?
GoFundMe? Let me give you the link. It's GoFundMe.com. Deborah Cancer Funds.
Okay, and we will put that up on What's the Story on Facebook.
I just wanted to
Right.
say something about the fact that I am married to a cancer survivor, breast cancer survivor, and she had it in the early 90s, and things are different than they are, and they are still the same. But you have to be careful of what you are told throughout the years, because it can have a lot to do on your head, how you think, how you survive it. And sometimes she asks questions that I don't know the answer to because she's been through it, and I haven't. But I can imagine that the difference between early 90s and now, in some way are different, in some way there's not. But you'll do everything you can to survive.
Well, I am positive, sure, that most of people are doing wherever they can, but the first thing that the doctors are going to do is to rush you to take chemoradiation and scare you to death.
Oh yeah, they don't
But
mess
they
around.
don't give you time to figure out what to do. But I am very smart, and my mom, she was in the situation of stage 4 breast cancer, and I knew that my immune system was very weak, and I knew that chemo put people in more weak situation. That's why they are in bed. They go, the skin very yellow. They lose the teeth, the hair, the nails, and they feel very sick because your immune system has to be pretty strong to handle that poison. I don't know if you know, chemo is a poison. And the doctor is going to tell you
It
if you
kills
have
good cells as well as the bad cells.
Exactly. And I asked myself why they use this. There are many poisons that they have been proved that they kill only the cancer cells and not the good cells. There are many poisons out there that I can name. And one of the poisons my mom was taking after chemoradiation, she said, I'm going to take this. And it's a poison from a snake. I don't remember their name right now. There are poisons from different animals, from the blue scorpion, from whatever other names that are very weird. But why they use a chemo that kill the good cells? It's just kind of evil. Because these people normally later, if they are survivors, they start with different problems in another organs because they cook your organs.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
I know people that they are survivors. They have liver problem, heart problem, and
well,
kidney problem.
it's tough. You got to make your own choices. Everybody, kind of decides
what's
on
the
their own.
story?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
what's
true.
the
Well, the
story?
most
Oh,
important thing is to have faith. If you have faith that this treatment gonna work, it's going to work.
I think
Faith
It's a good
has
attitude
improved
to
them
keep.
more than anything.
Yeah, it's a good attitude to keep.
Right. I think something else, Deborah, too, is having a purpose or having something that you love to do, especially love to do for a living, like you have, like your modeling and your movies and all that stuff. I think that also keeps a positive face on everything and keeps you, driving towards, surviving. So having said that, let's talk about what's going on in your career, because you're right in my wheelhouse with some of the movies you've made, because I love, some of the slasher stuff, and I just love horror, to begin with. And of course, you've done a lot of work in the Hispanic sector, too. My gosh. I mean, folks, I can't even read to you all the shows, TV shows
Thank you.
between both of them. So let us know a little bit about that, and we'll also post your fan page, too.
Okay.
What's going on?
Well,
with
I
the
have a
movie?
lot of projects coming up, and they are feature films. They are going to be shot in different states, like Los Angeles, Key West, Georgia, North Carolina. Again, there are many, and also TV series. And they say that they're gonna shoot in 2016, but I don't know if they have the funds to do it. Hopefully, they will shoot at the end of 2016, or hopefully they're going to shoot in 2017. So that way I'm going to have a little more time to recover, because, like I'm saying, I got off from the hospital 1 month ago, and I need a couple of months more to recover. But I don't want to miss these movies. And of course, make me happy, and it's exciting, and that helps the immune system. And the immune system helps to battle cancer, of course.
Right.
So
let me ask you about this, though. Do you like this genre? Because I'm seeing, for instance, Dracula's War. Right there, I got to see the movie. That's just the kind of guy I am. I mean, do you like acting in that genre? Helen, you're playing a character.
Dracula's a bloodsucker.
Well, I have done a lot of horror films. Yes, I like it, but I am ready to shoot another type of films. I mean, there are many other movies that I gotta shoot between this year and next one, that they are thriller, crime, more family-oriented, including my own projects that I want to produce. They are not horror films. One of the movies is gonna be based in my story and battle with cancer, and the other movie is going to be a personal story that is between romance and it's a thriller. So
all the current stuff is under zombies.
No, I was not gonna do any zombie movie. I was not gonna produce that. Actually, last night I had a nightmare with zombies. I will try to remember, but it's enough.
Well, and I want folks out there to know that she doesn't do all horror movies, just the ones that I happen to like. But Deborah played
just your favorites.
Right. Deborah played I believe it was police commissioner on a TV show.
Oh, that's a crime TV series,
Right.
crime horror, and it's in Roku channel all over the world. And I was playing a sexy commissioner who is manipulated, and she managed all these police officers and private detectives, and she's tough. So
But be careful out
people
there.
like it, and I think if the producers can have the funds, they're gonna shoot the sequence.
Well, Deborah, thank you so much for especially just getting out of the hospital, staying with us, and telling us your story. And we're going to post those things on the on our website. And Brian, you want to take us out here? We're going to take it away.
I got to thank Deborah again for coming on, and like I said, first class lady, and we're going to help her as much as we can. And look forward to her starring in movies for many years to come.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much, Deborah and Dennis. Thanks for being with us. You are listening to What's the Story? Hope you'll come back with us next week when you have a story let us know. This is Janice Hermson, and we are going to talk to you again next week